Welcome back to Alexander Cattlemen Farms, committed to Nebraska beef. Today we're going to discuss a little bit about our pen layout in our facility. As you can see, we have a multitude of pens here on the place. Basically, all pens have outside bunks, which is basically for ease of feeding. We do have a feed truck, so the feed truck will deliver the feed always in a continuous circle. And it's by far easier than actually driving into a pen with center bunks. You don't have to open gates. You don't have to wait for cattle to move. It's just far more simplistic. Another thing that we have here at the feedlot is we have poured concrete pads behind the bunks. That allows the cattle to be able to get up to the bunk easily and efficiently. We're able to come behind and clean them off. It just makes everything a little more comfortable for cattle. Every pen has a water tank in the center of the pen. That way cattle can come from all directions, have the ability to get water whenever they feel like it. And the water is piped from the base of the feedlot all the way out. We have 2 water systems, 2 wells, and so we have great water. We're right underneath the Ogallala Aquifer, so that's a great tool to our operation. Being we do have all fence line bunks here at the feedlot, it actually is an aid for when we move, either bring in new or ship out fat cattle. We'll run all the cattle along the outside alleyways. It's just by far more simple to move them on an outside alley rather than in a bottom. Just a simplicity for movement. As you can see behind me here, a lot of our pens actually mirror each other. And so what that does is it makes it a lot more simplistic when it comes to catching the sediment and draining the water off. So all the pens actually slope downhill. They've been graded down, and in the bottom of each pen is a sediment basin. So all the solids will move down. All the water is then kind of moves to the center and then is moved through perforated tubes down into a clean water ditch. And then that clean water ditch actually runs all the way down, and every pen's water runs into our lagoon, which we're able to capture and then harness and utilize on our crops. Every pen that we have here has a mound in it, other than a few flat-lying pens. Basically why we have a mound is for cattle on hot days. They're able to get up on top of the mound, actually get into what little breeze there is, or also after in wet periods, rain or snow, the tops of the mounds actually dry sooner, so the cattle are able to move up, get to have a dry spot to lay. It just makes them more comfortable and improves their efficiency. Here at the feedlot, we do have a handful of pens which have shelter belts along either the north and or west side. We will utilize those pens in the winter months for cattle that are a little more susceptible to winter weather. Just basically gives them a little relief from the high winds, cold temperatures. Just basically helps the cattle out a little bit. We've enjoyed having you here at Alexander Cattlemen Farms. We'll hope you join us next time.